Yo, 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 yo. Thank you for tuning in to another broadcast of the world famous Live from the Corner. I am Breezy Taylor along with my man, my mellow, my ace, A.I. McDowell of the McDowells. What's good, man?
Nah, bro.
How you?
No, man. Ain't nothing good about that, man. Nothing good about that. I don't
You
slang
don't
no
like the
fries, bro. No, sir, no, sir.
Um,
I would like to definitely, before we get started, though, man, listen, I would like to shout out. They have at WLVS, if you haven't seen already, every Tuesday from 12 to 10 p.m., they have Tasty Tuesdays. And they have, I think about 4 vendors in here right now.
Yep.
And, man, they serving delicious food infused with your medicinal marijuana. And then you also have the regular vendors that you can come and get your 20 sacks from. You heard me?
20 twin.
Before we get started, I'm going to shout out two of the vendors. And we have the Bud Baker's products of Washington, D.C.-based lifestyle brand. Open 7 days a week, 12 p.m. to 9 p.m.
Let me tell you something. That they got your burger and your medicinal properties covered. Trust me.
Hey, you might want to go ahead and try them out.
Believe you me, it is worth it.
And somebody is a damn believer over here. If you don't get it, you get it, right? Now you get it, right?
Can I buy stock?
And also, we're not going to forget about the homeboys at Run THC Washington, D.C. And if you would like, you can hit up Fat Man, Run THC, and that's going to be at 202-768-0322. Donation for education, man. Make sure you check the young brothers out, man. They out here trying to help the school systems, man. Everything, man. These young people out here.
Exactly. Man, so again, thanks for tuning in for another week. This is the first Tasty Tuesdays, which will coincide every Tuesday with Live from the Corner in the show. So be sure, if you don't check us out, come and check them out. How's your week been, man?
Man, my weekend was pretty decent, man. I went to a cabaret. Eventually, I got out the bed and went to a cabaret or whatever. Right. And it was chill. It was real chill.
Cool.
Man. Like, you know, I'm getting tired of hearing the same old school go-go songs at every damn cabaret, though. Oh, that's right. You from Denver. I can't even talk. Everybody out there, if you don't know,
I thought that's a
disclaimer,
put down.
Breezy
I thought that's a put down.
is a Denver West.
But you know what?
Coast type
Actually,
guy.
I've been to a cabaret since being here. I've been to a cabaret. I've been to go-go's. Well, I've been in places where they were playing go-go. Not exactly.
And how much you want to bet? How much you want to bet?
What's up?
How much you want to bet that just like watermelon and eggnog? No, you love eggnog.
I love eggnog.
You love eggnog.
I love eggnog.
What was it? The strippers at Magic City. You don't like them, right?
No. I said the strippers as strokers.
Oh, okay. The strippers at strokers.
Get it
that
right.
He does not like.
And the reason why I say those strippers
Uh-huh.
in particular, because you see the bullet wounds, stab wounds, and C-section scars.
Ain't nothing wrong with C-section scars, homie.
I mean, I didn't see 1 to 3. I can see all 3.
It's a gamble with C-section scars. Does that mean they might be fixed?
If you gonna have a bullet wound,
So
that's
you good
fine.
to go after that.
If you gonna have a stab scar, that's fine. I need to see 1 or 3. I can't see all 3. You ain't getting my money if you see all 3. I'm saying.
Come on, man.
But
Ain't
finish
he
your story.
love too?
Finish your story.
Nah, I'm
Finish your
good,
story.
bro. I'm good, bro. I'm gonna leave it alone. Man. Anyway, how was your weekend, bro? What did you do?
Man, no, my weekend was busy, man. Matter of fact, I'm paying for my weekend today. Getting over. Well, I'm fighting the A code, I should say.
Get the hell off the show.
So, oh no, trust me, I took the
Breezy has to go home.
I took the precautions. Y'all good. Y'all good. But yeah, so that's. I mean, other than my weekend,
Right.
you know, it was all right. I'll tell you who did not have a good weekend: the state of Hawaii.
Yeah.
For those that don't know, Hawaii got a fake out, a psych. You know,
A major neck bone for the country, for the state.
Right. So everybody that has a cell phone in the state of Hawaii received this text where it says, "Emergency alert: ballistic missile threat inbound to Hawaii. Seek immediate shelter. This is not a drill." Now, I've lived in Hawaii. Unlike Hawaii, you can't just drive to the state. So in the event a missile actually hits, you just shit out luck.
Yeah, there is no escape.
There's no escape.
Yeah, unless you got the zombie apocalypse like helicopter. That's a
You
badass
should have
too.
that.
I'm telling you, that I want to get one.
Now, what makes this story even more missing than it already is was that a city employee, I forgot what city, a city employee pressed the wrong button during a schedule shift change. Like he was getting ready to get off. Someone's coming in. He accidentally hit the wrong button. To send that out to everybody in Hawaii, that literally shit them into shock.
You've lived in Hawaii. I've
3
been to
years.
Hawaii a million times.
Yeah.
Maybe they was ready to go party, bro. Like, it's beautiful outside. I'm pretty sure they in some damn bomb shelter Just sitting there like this, man. One day.
Let me tell you something. Dude,
One fucking day.
It's Hawaii. You don't have to fake, catastrophe to happen, right?
I'm talking about waiting to press that damn button. That's like the most action they can get, right? What are they? What is this?
Oh, no.
We must got somebody here from Hawaii. I'm sorry.
I lived in
My
Honolulu.
apologies.
You know what I'm saying? I lived in Honolulu for 3 years.
Big
so
island, I've been there a million times.
like I said, you can't escape. So imagine somebody done shocked you shitless only because of an accidental button pressed.
Yeah.
I'd be ready to kill him.
And you know what that probably reminded
You
them
know what
of? The moment that they pressed their mother's button. You know how you used to press your mother's button, you knew it was coming?
Yeah.
That probably was the emotion that ran through every citizen of the state of Hawaii, bro.
I mean, you figure 45 is one tweet away from, playing war games with North Korea.
Right.
They probably thought this North Korea striking first.
Yeah. I bet you Kim Jong-un is sitting there laughing his little tubby self away, bro. Like
He thinking.
I know he like, you know what I'm saying?
Yo,
Like, what a bad. I'm sorry if that came off wrong. That was the wrong accent to use.
But he thinking like I ain't got nothing now. You said I ain't nothing I can do.
I
You know
played
what I'm
joke
saying?
on him. He probably called Dennis Rodman like, what the fuck is up with y'all people, man?
He got arrested right for DUI.
Oh yeah, he damn sure did. He damn sure did this
He
weekend,
might not
huh?
be the best person to call right now.
Yeah, you're right
You
about
know what
that.
I'm saying?
But Kim Jong-un probably could get him out of that problem.
Yeah, you know.
He
what
threatened
I'm
him with bombs. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna send it
Yeah.
if you don't let my homie go.
Imagine you say, if you don't let the worm go, I'm bombing you. Like, would that be funny as hell? Like, would you
Yeah.
take that seriously?
That would be crazy.
That'd be crazy.
It's good to have a friend like that.
In the event of when life gives you lemons, you make Bacardi Limon, right? Where you make the best of the situation. You know how rappers always want to use their quote unquote, jail time as badges of honor. Will make it seem like they're harder than what they are. Only did like maybe one night for like a bad headlight, something like that.
Right.
So there is a hairdresser out of Charlotte, North Carolina, who was arrested, and she took lemons and maybe Bacardi Limon by using her mugshot as a way to drum up business for her. So on the left is her mugshot, and the right is just a picture of her because she does hair.
Right.
So she did her own hair, and of course, for some people when they look at pictures, everybody thinks something differently. Like you might say, oh, that's a convict, or you might say she look good, whatever. Someone said, yeah, she in jail, but her hair though, which elicited other comments in which she said, okay, well since y'all talk about how good my hair looks in my mugshot, let me put in my business number, right?
sure.
Which is smart,
For sure.
which is genius.
For sure. Very.
Which is genius.
Very much so.
And actually we have a clip of her explaining, exactly how all that came to be.
Dig it.
This woman wasn't embarrassed about her mugshot. Instead, she used it as a business opportunity.
Just tweeted it just being funny with my friends saying braids by Shia. The business part has been very wonderful. It's taking off very well.
24-year-old Shia Yearwood from Charlotte, North Carolina is a hairdresser and does her own braids, which were featured in the mugshot. She was arrested for violating a protection order. Since the photo was posted publicly, she says many people have reached out for appointments.
And I said, I think can't hold me back because the person who had me arrested, I was trying to let him see that I wasn't sad or mad or crying about it, that it was just more beneficial for me because I felt like I looked good in my picture.
Lesson here, never let a bad day get in the way of a good hair day.
All right.
So there you go. That's how you turn a mugshot into a thriving business
All
venture.
publicity is good publicity, man. This just goes to show, like, you take something, man, you flip that joint the best way you can, man. That's what's up. And people are coming out in support of it too. She said the business is, is starting to take that snowball effect, man.
I mean, think about this, right?
Starting to grow.
And what other picture can everything be like on center? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
I
like-
mean, I don't, me personally looking at it, I mean, I guess I see a young lady that looks, that has her hair done, but
I wouldn't think to ask about where she got it done.
you know what I'm saying? Like that's different. You know what I'm saying? But hey, everything is a hustle, bro.
Yeah.
That's wild.
That reminds me. Remember one of your cousins, light skinned cat, out of San Francisco. They call him Felon Bay. Remember that dude?
That light skin shit got stuff. Like, I'm fucking with you. Yeah, you good?
You know all y'all niggas related. But remember him?
Yeah.
I think he said like 2 years, got out and got a model contract, cheated on his wife with like some heiress, heiress out of like billionaire heirs out of like Slovakia somewhere.
Hey man. Hey, he better go dig his parents up if they dead. and give them some kisses, or if they are alive, man, go thank them, man, for making him, man.
So
You know
that
what I'm
just
saying?
goes to show just because you go to jail don't mean you can't.
Yeah, how do you
You
have
can't
sex
come up.
and become a billionaire? You know what I'm saying? They made a billionaire son from sex.
I mean, sex sells, right?
I'm gonna hurt my parents, man. I gotta go talk
Now,
to them,
I'm
man.
gonna tell you who sex. I'll tell you who sex does not sell for. Bill Pudding Pop Cosby.
The bill.
So recently, along with the the Me Too, the hashtag Me Too that's going on, a lot of people can say that Bill kind of started the whole Me Too before there actually was a Me Too hashtag. So he was other night he was having dinner in Philadelphia, and as he was leaving, he was joking with a female reporter saying, "Do not include me in the hashtag Me Too." Nigga, you started the hashtag Me Too. And now you don't want to be included in it. If he said it as a joke, supposedly. I don't know how you joke about that, though.
I would. He's a comedian.
He's not a comedian anymore.
Well, maybe the little hood came out of Bill. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. Bill might be popping that old school Spanish fly, stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Like he looks in that picture that we had. He looks aggravated, like he ain't got his fix yet.
Yo.
Don't he look like that? Yeah, like
Yo, he don't
I
pop
just
his
want to
Spanish
drug
fly.
myself.
He don't pop his Spanish fly. What got him in trouble in the first place?
Yeah, well, hey, that happens. Hey, look, listen. I don't even want to. I think, but they pushed his trial back, didn't he?
That's about the retrial?
Yeah. And then I push it back.
I'm not sure, but the chances of him being found guilty after we found out guilty, I'm not sure with this kind of retrial how that is to come about. So when they push it back, when they do it, it's interesting now to see the makeup of the trial now as opposed to and the mindset of the Me Too, because before everybody else started coming out, it was just him.
Yeah.
So and he was still beloved. So I could see how he was found not guilty. Now every day that's the norm. So now they're looking at any old man to say, okay, when's he gonna be name put out next? When this is what happens. So now the mindset has changed. He probably won't be found not guilty. It's all likelihood he probably found guilty this time.
And that's because of. You think of these statements, or do you?
No, not because statements, because of he's not the only one, which we all knew about. Whether you think he's guilty, I'm saying whether you think he's guilty or not, that really doesn't matter. What's happening now is some of the same things that he's accused of. Every day now, there's name being attached to that, minus the Quaaludes and everything.
But with there being no anybody being actually found guilty yet, you know what I'm saying?
Well, no one has gone on trial yet.
Exactly.
But you've had two Republican senators that actually were accused of sexual harassment, claimed to have been not guilty but committed suicide. You don't commit suicide if you are innocent.
Yeah. So. I mean, yeah. It's an odd situation that's going down, and we have a story that's relating to that soon coming up. But we're gonna have that actual subject is gonna resurface because
every day there's a new person, so it's actually
getting a little crazy. It's actually getting a little bit crazy. But this one right here is gonna bring the conspiracy theory out of you.
I say one thing today, right? Like I said, I was home today, watching ESPN. So the Olympic doctor,
right, that did
for the gymnastics team.
Yeah.
He was accused of sexually harassing women. The list has gone so long, 150 women have accused him. And so I was watching outside the line on ESPN today, and they had inside the courtroom, they had like victims reading their statements and everything. And so when he pled guilty last month, he was given 60 years already.
Yeah.
Now he's being held. Now he's being charged for something else, applying to that, and he could get additional 12 to 60 years on top of that.
How in the world does a doctor get caught with sexual harassment? How in the world, like, their whole thing is that they are touchy-feely, they are hands-on. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not that you're...
I think what it is it's the timing and how. Like I say, if you give an exam, you give an exam. Now, if you just walk into a room and just grab a breast, it's only start the exam, both got clothes on, that's clearly harassment. You know what I'm saying? So I think stuff like that.
So you've read the affidavit. You've seen it? You read part of it? Or?
Well, with him, I did read some. So he was, touch a girl supposedly as young as 6 years old coming out of gymnastics camp. So that's why it's 150 women, because he's been doing this for 20, 25, 30 years. So Simone Biles recently came out yesterday, matter of fact, and gave a statement about, she was touched. So both of the prominent black gymnastics, Simone Biles and what's the other one's name? Gab Douglas, said they were both on top of, the myriad of white women that were, what I mean?
Oh, wow.
So not to
Kill yourself.
Not to kill.
Don't even go to trial. Just kill yourself.
But see, he's already was found guilty for
you
one.
dead already.
Right.
You dead already.
He pleaded guilty already to one trial. Now he's another trial for something else. But, you know, not to drag the show down to downer territory.
Yeah.
We'll be right back in the quick break about in a couple minutes. We'll be joined with a guest, B. Jones the Giant. He's going to come and talk to us about his new music coming on. Gave us topics on his opinions on some of the topics as well. We'll be back in a couple minutes.
Youch, yeah. Now, before we get it cracking, I would like to give a shout out to Capsterdam University, Washington, D.C.'s first school of cannabis, y'all.
That's a dope name,
that's
too.
That's something to get hyped about.
That's a dope
Where you
name.
can learn horticulture, law, history, edibles, extracts, dispensary operations. Let's grow cannabis is their slogan. And you can always hit them up at the office at 202-232-2400. And you can hit them at www.capsterdam.com.
Yeah, that's a dope name, actually. As you can tell, we are joined by a special guest. This is B. Jones, the Giant. He's going to here talk about an album that you guys coming out in the summertime. Is that right?
This summer, I don't have an exact date yet, but it'll be here soon. Just getting
Technical difficulties.
Yeah, sorry about that.
There you go.
finishing up the finishing touches as we speak. But this summer, I don't have a date yet, like I said, but it's coming soon, real soon this summer. Expect to see. I'm real excited about it.
Next, we have a video of one of your videos, obviously. I think the concept was dope. I like the visionary and everything. And just to give the people a little something, B. Jones Giants, we got this video for you.
Once he got ready to leave, those same two officers came back after they got this alleged call, which we still haven't heard about who called or what the call was about. That conversation happened then. It happened so fast. It's horrible.
Obviously, the president is aware of this, and regardless of what this investigation finds, there is a family in Baton Rouge, and there is a community that is grieving right now.
Interesting video there. The two officers involved in the shooting have been placed on administrative leave while that investigation is
I've been told racism is dead, it's all in your head, keep taking your med. That's what Uncle Sam said. He's trying to teach you to think that you can't fight it. Fake ass nation, claiming to be united. Not good at math, but it's clear to see we divided. It's written in the Constitution, clearly it's one-sided. Caught on camera, still find a way to deny it. I'm from the state of Maryland, so I know about bias, my nigga. It's sad but true, there really isn't a movement. Martin Luther would lose it if he could see what happened to it. Black man slain, some of them unsung. It's like all the work he did is being undone. Mistreated and beat up while singing we shall overcome. Fuck it, nigga, load the gun. I'ma fucking show him something. I'm a soldier, I just hope I ain't the only one. The police force is too strong for Obi-Wan.
The Justice Department opened a federal civil rights investigation.
Protests are erupting in Baton Rouge after a black man is shot repeatedly by police, killed during an altercation. The deadly encounter captured on cell phone video.
So police say they were trying to restrain the man they believe to have had a gun, and the chilling video is now going viral. The community is outraged, and his family, of course, is demanding answers.
This ain't glory, this an untold story. They call it conspiracy, so the public would just ignore it. A month from now, we'll forget that this ever happened. Be right back on the gram and Snapchatting and laughing about some bullshit that really isn't important. They force you to forget. This is extortion. What it is? Nah. It's determination for a race to be exterminated. I've been more than patient. All I see is murder, discrimination, and hatred. But I never seen justice for none of the lives taken. I've come to the realization that they want us dead. Cause you could die even if you do everything he says. So fuck the police, fuck the feds, and the fucking press. You can find Bin Laden, but not justice. Equality for gays, everybody unscathed. Meanwhile, every black American is unsafe.
Stay with me. We got pulled over for a busted tail light in the back. And the police he's covered. He killed my boyfriend. He's licensed, he's licensed to carry. He was trying to get out his ID and his wallet out his pocket, and he let the officer know that he had a firearm and he was reaching for his wallet. And the officer just shot him in his arm. We're waiting for back. I will, sir. No worries. I will. He just shot his arm off. We got pulled over on Larpener.
Told not to reach for it. I told to get his hand off.
You told him to get his ID, sir, his driver's license. 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 Driver's license.
Man,
that was
what's
dope.
up, cuz?
That was dope.
What's up?
That shit still give me chills, like just listening to the audio of the actual situations, and it just it hurts my heart just to see. And I did the video, and it's still like to this day, it's crazy.
Yeah, it looked like you zoned out on that one, man.
Yeah, I was hurt. I'm still hurt.
Oh, man.
So let me ask you a question. What made you go with the political route with this particular song?
You say it's political, but I mean, I don't really call it that. I'm black. I don't really have a choice. You know what I'm saying? Either you sit here and you stand up for what you believe in, or they always say, it's the old saying, it goes back. If you don't stand for something, you'll fall for anything.
All right.
And I've experienced racism since I was very young, so it resonates with me. So I had to say something. It really I had no choice.
Dude.
Yeah.
What part of Maryland did you experience the racism in? Because you already shouted out MB.
I'm pretty sure it's all over, right? Not just one part, right?
Part of Maryland? So I can stay the hell away from there. Okay.
Well, growing up, I grew up in Rockville, Maryland.
Okay.
And
Gotcha,
so,
gotcha.
I used to stay in the area called First Street.
Gotcha.
And it didn't really take much. I mean, I got plenty of experiences, but then I grew up. I eventually moved to Germantown. I went to school in Gaithersburg.
Okay.
And, I dated a white girl.
Okay.
And her parents were racist, and I experienced it then. And, they couldn't even look me in the eye when they shook my hand. So, those type of small little things, though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Microaggressions.
Exactly. Yeah. Just kind of remind you that you black in America. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But you know what? I'm not even worried about him being racist. Most fathers would look at a young man holding their daughter and be thinking the worst. Okay, I would not look at you in your face. Bro.
True. But it wouldn't be a problem if her daughter didn't tell me
Yeah,
beforehand.
I know.
Look,
There's already racist.
my pops don't really like black people, so just to let you know. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So let me ask you a question. So how long have you been rhyming, and what was your influence, and what got you started?
I've been rhyming for, like, seriously, taking it seriously. I went to my first
recording studio in Bladensburg, like, 12 years ago.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And I've been taking it seriously ever since. But really what got me started was poetry. I used to write poetry when I was in middle school. I started writing poetry 5th, 6th grade. And, you know, I would show it to my mom, and she would always say, because my mom's, you know, devout Christian, so she, you know, she really been through a lot too herself. So when she feels something that's deep, she'll let you know what I'm saying? And you know, a mother's love is nothing to it. You know, she see me robbing the bank, she'll be like, oh, that ain't my baby. You know what I'm saying? But, so she gonna have that biasness, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, she knew, like, boy, this is something that you need to.
This is something you should,
right.
fulfill.
So this is, I've been doing it ever since. It started with poetry. And, you know, I've always loved to read. Like, I was terrible at math, but, like, my English and my reading and my writing was always on point.
Right.
And so that combined, I started freestyling in high school. Because we used to have these little groups outside the cafeteria. And they would just kind of just form. And they would just be freestyle battles.
All right, ciphers, okay.
And I remember the first time I did one, I was terrible. And they all booed me, they curved me, they told me to get up out of there, no, don't come back, that was weak. And ever since then, I had to make sure that was on point, you know what I'm saying? So
your battle skills was on point?
Yeah. So, you know, it kind of just evolved. It just got to the stages that it's at now, and I just, you know, never stopped.
Yeah, that reminds me of something Karis once said. His first battle, he was just watching. Right. He wasn't even battling. Someone that was rapping brought him into it.
Right.
Talking about his shoes, whatever. He's like, I can't have no one talking about my shoes.
Right.
And his next battle, he jumped in. So,
right.
you know, how being brought in,
right.
someone else's battle led him to become eventually the blast master and the teacher.
Yeah.
And so for you, to get booed the first time, that made you more determined, right?
Like, I had to come back because, I mean, you know how, you know, they don't let up. Like, just because you got booed that day, it don't end that day. Nah. You come back to school the next day and they still talking about you. So they gonna remind you. And so until you make up for it, like, it's gonna be sitting on you and it's unsettling. So I definitely had to take care of business. You feel me?
So what MC did you idolize or made you say, you know what, I could do this too? Like that person right there is nice on the mic. I could do it too.
I wouldn't say like they made me say it.
Well, I tell you what.
Yeah.
What poet did you admire? Because you said that your basis was in poetry. So what poet got you started in that? You know, in your journey.
You know, we read a lot of Mark Twain when I was a kid.
Got you. Mm-hmm.
And Mark Twain, if y'all know anything about him, he don't necessarily like he's real metaphorical.
Yeah, he definitely is.
And that's where, you know, I get a lot of my. That's why I started. Like, I wanted to say something that was deep. Like, Mark Twain was deep.
Yeah, he was.
And so I've always wanted to say things that made you think and look, you know,
beyond just rhyming for sake of rhyming.
Exactly.
Right.
And so that's why I said I started in poetry because, like, and then I brought that to the hip hop. But then when it came to musicians or rappers. Like, I fell in love, like, the Biggie, Tupac era, everybody goes there, and I loved it. Mm-hmm. You know, I fell in love with hip-hop during that era. Mm-hmm. But that's not what made me want to rhyme. Right. What made me want to rhyme was Outkast.
My favorite group of all time.
Andre
my favorite group of all time.
Bro. He is like Mark.
Yeah. It's funny you say Outkast because I mean there's a lot of great groups out there. Yeah. I'm a little older than you, so right. I've been watching and listening to hip hop since '86.
Right.
And so one thing I say about Outkast in particular, to me, as opposed to any other great groups, their discography, you could considerably say each album was better than the previous album.
Right.
There's a lot of people you can say have a dud here and there. Like, I like Wu-Tang Clan, but some of their albums weren't as good as others. Whereas you can say like Outkast's weakest album, it's just great for everybody else. It's just there with them.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
exactly.
So, and that penmanship of Andre 3000, man, is amazing, right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And he was the poet. And they used to actually call him the poet. They used to call Big Boy the Pimp and Andre the Poet.
Oh, yeah.
And, you know, I love both of them. A lot of people don't give Big Boy his credit, but he stayed hip hop to the fullest.
He's metaphorical too.
And he's metaphorical. And I just love. They got a song on my favorite album of theirs is actually Aquemini. I don't really care what nobody
Criminal,
says.
yeah.
From start to end, that was the craziest album. I still listen to that today. And so, but he had a song on there called Chunky Fire. And don't quote me on this. I don't know it verbatim, but it's been a while since I listened to it. But basically what he said, as an MC's job, like your job, he said the beat's job is actually to make you bob your head. You know, your job as an MC is to spit that fire.
Make them think.
And he says, most of these MCs take this rhyming for granted. I won't comply. And that personified and exemplified who he was.
Right.
He didn't play around on that mic. He went in there and it was business. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, I took that and I still take that with me, not to play around, not to just do this because, you know, just to do it. You know, you got a platform, you got to use it. You feel me?
Well, in a recent interview, I think like last month and a half, they interviewed, I think it was GQ, interviewed 3000, and he said in his opinion that Big was the better rapper.
Then Pop?
No, was the better rapper.
I can say that.
Too.
I can agree with that.
He
I can definitely agree with
he
that.
said he was the better rapper. He said,
he
said particularly with battling because he had the confidence and he could come at you with the sharpness.
Yeah.
Whereas, 3000 is a Gemini like I am. He was more the analytical, so he would think of things to say. Whereas Big it just came to him.
Right.
He was fearless on the mic, so you know.
Right, but see, that's what makes them both great though, because
yin and yang.
Yeah,
right.
And then when you sit here and you have that ability, you have to look at the talent, because the ability to just come off top and you know he's probably saying Big Boy probably got his verse done ASAP. You know, as soon as he heard the beat. Boom, 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 put it together. His verse is done. He probably waiting on Andre because he's still over there thinking. And that's cool. You know what I'm saying? But that's, like you said, the yin and the yang, and that's what's great about both of them.
For sure.
Well, we know keeping it Atlanta, so Keisha Bottoms, who is the newly elected mayor of Atlanta, she put together her transitioning team, and there's some interesting names that she's added, and we got a clip about that.
A lot more about the team that will help Atlanta's new mayor shape her agenda. Mayor Keisha Lance Bottoms this morning announced her full transition team at a news conference. It's a pretty diverse lineup. Check this out, all the way from CEOs to artists. Her team includes Clifford Harris, who most of us know better as rapper and actor T.I., along with activist and businessman and rapper Killer Mike. Educator Ron Clark is also on the team.
I really want them to come with fresh ideas and to bring to me their recommendations for best practices in the city of Atlanta based on their varied experience and backgrounds. That's why it was important for us to have representations across communities in Atlanta. But really, Morris, what we are seeking is to make sure that we attract the best talent in the city and that we are forward thinking.
Nearly 40 people make up the mayor's full transition team.
So I would say, I think T.I. and Killer Mike's edition, I think that's a dope idea. Having lived in the Atlanta area, they definitely have their ear to the street, and they represent the streets. You know, of course, you know, with those two artists as opposed to somebody like Outkast, there have been some grumblings like, you know, why you got these ex-dope dealers, this and the other. I look at it like this: how somebody gonna be able to help you with the struggle that's never been through the struggle?
Right, correct. Or ever been arrested before, don't know exactly what prosecutors do. You know, this is the perfect chess move, man. This is actually more powerful than any other, you know, black mayor that we've ever seen. You know what I'm saying? Even better than Mayor Burr. You know, he wouldn't dare do that, you know.
I never.
He wouldn't dare put no rap in the office. There ain't no way in the world. Yeah, he would. He would definitely consider it. He would definitely consider it, but he would not do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Heck yeah. So what you thinking about that, man?
I mean, I really never understood what it mattered what somebody did 10, 15 years ago in their lives when their last 10, 15 years of their lives has been completely, just utterly, just straight acting as activists and people who move the culture forward, people who nothing but help. I watched T.I. during Christmas walk in Walmart and give like 100 single mothers Xboxes, all types of presents, whatever they needed. Like it was so. Like I said, there's always going to be criticism and judgment no matter what you do. And I was talking to my man about this the other day. You cannot be worried about what somebody else think.
I tell people this all the time because I'm a hip hop fan. I mean, I think fan does not describe how I feel about hip hop. And so I look at it like this. I tell people this all the time. Hip hop is not ignorance. It's a part of it, but ignorance is part of everyday normal life too. Hip hop is very, educational and very intelligent. I mean, look at this is a mayor of a major city. She could pick anybody. You would think, if you're a detractor of T.I. Killing, you would think, why not CeeLo?
Right.
Why not 3000? She purposely chose these two people for a reason.
Right.
So just because you are part of the hip hop community does not mean that you can't have anything to add, and you're not a great citizen.
Right.
I mean, look at Malcolm X, hustler.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Look what he turned out to become.
I tell you what, though, Breeze, I got a question for you.
What's up?
Because to see how like some of the other people see it, you know what I'm saying? See hip hop. What about Young Thug? Don't you like Young Thug?
No,
Uh-huh.
musically.
I stumped
musically,
you. I stumped you, bro.
Musically, that's this all the time. I say this on the air too. I'm not a Young Thug fan. That does not mean I'm a Young Thug hater. Music is not made for me. He's not making music for my 38-year-old ears, and I respect that. This is his time, this is his lane, and he knows what he's doing. I respect that. I mean, I'd rather him rap about it than be doing it, first of all. So just because I don't like it doesn't mean I hate you.
But would you be fine with him being in office or helping, be part of the transition team?
I would like to think that the person picking him, knows what she's doing, right?
Did you go politically correct on me, bro? Like,
no,
tiptoed around it, bro. Just say no.
No.
Just say no.
No, he would be my choice.
Just say no.
He would be my choice. And I'm gonna tell you something. About Atlanta in particular, right? Atlanta has a lot of hustlers, a lot of old school hustlers. So. The chances of you finding somebody, that you think is worthy of that, you have to go through those that been through the mud. You know how the rappers say nowadays, I got it out the mud.
True that.
So, I mean, like I said, my transition team, Young Thug is nowhere near my transition team. What's up? Pastors?
No. We've already seen what went down with Trump and stuff. The pastors and some of the pastors.
She could have got
can't be
Pastor
trusted.
Troy. He had
rappers and
Atlanta.
Trumps.
Yeah.
Pastor Troy. Yeah.
Are you talking about Pastor
Yeah.
Troy?
No.
What are you talking about?
I said that.
I knew what you're talking about.
Oh, that's what I was talking
Yeah.
about, the bishops and stuff.
No,
Nah.
but- I mean, yeah. I mean, 'cause you know what? I mean,
Yeah. Hey. Yeah. And they stayed there. They just wear suits.
I mean, think about this, right?
Yeah.
If you are trying to pass a gun law, who better than half of your team than T.I.?
Yeah, for sure. He beat
If
them
you trying
charges many a day.
No
anything with
bullshit.
arms and guns, who you gonna have? Who's better than T.I.?
No bullshit.
Papa Dose.
If y'all can't hear the people off camera, we're getting ready to open up the mic right here. Go ahead, bro.
No, it's Papa Dose.
No, it was Houston.
Papa Dose. There's two restaurants?
No, it was Houston's.
It was Houston's? Okay.
Yeah, it was Houston. They had like 150 people out there, so that's why.
Yeah.
That's why I would assume that she went and got T.I.
Right.
Now, Killer Mike, he do all types of.
He's been an activist for a long time anyway, so.
You know what I'm saying? He was just working with the dude, bald head. What's his name? The white boy that was running for the president. Bill's.
Oh, you talking about Bernie Sanders. Yeah. So, I mean, you said bald head. What that news down to everybody, basically, right?
My bad.
No, but that goes to what I'm saying. So just because, particularly, if you want to get young people to start voting, who better than to get a rapper?
Yeah, I mean that already worked though. That's already been proven to see. When they pulled Diddy out the hat, it was a rap. Everybody had mohawks and was voting. Everybody had mohawks and was voting.
Yeah, so I thought that was a dope idea. Yeah. I'm telling you something I thought was interesting. The singer Seal. The singer Seal is gangster. I didn't know just how gangster he was. Yeah, you right? You see Seal singing "Kiss from a Rose." You think he all about romance and all this other stuff, right? So Stacey McCoon Dash.
Yeah. the coon of the century.
Right. She did something that most people wouldn't think would be a big thing, but still basically told her to keep my name out your mouth, and we have him explaining why he said that.
I am English born, but don't get that baby kiss from a rose stuff twisted. See these scars on my face? My parents are from Africa, more specifically Nigeria, and I am about as black as you will ever get. Next, Fox News. Don't try and use me as a pawn against Oprah and in any of your political games. And Stacey Dash, keep my name out of your mouth. Do not retweet, requote anything I have said in order to reinforce your self-hating agenda. You live in the sunken place. Again, this was not an attack against Oprah. This was an observation of the toxic nature of Hollywood, and I believe that a conscious people are a progressive people. Next.
First of all, can I say something? You know, like, an English black dude has got to be one of the worst people you want to get into
an argument with.
Argument with. He
Really?
sound like he's about to take his little metal, little damn glove off and hit. I challenge you to a duel.
Hey,
you know
what? But crazy enough, I wasn't getting badass off that accent though. That's the only time British accents suck. You dig what I'm saying?
But
Like you need a Heil Hitler type. You know what I'm saying?
But you know what though? If you watch every James Bond movie, you know most of the villains were British, right? But these are stone cold killers though, right? But the accent may have you believe they should be pouring tea somewhere, right?
Right.
I never believed British badasses. Yeah, I never believed in them. Yeah. I would turn the movie off if they try to break bad.
But that's
bro.
where you see in real life. That's where you fucked up.
Yeah,
I'm
right.
trying to tell you.
To be the one.
To be the one.
To be the one.
So how this started was there's a picture of Harvey Weinstein and Oprah that someone posted on Instagram, and Seal retweeted it as an attempt to show the hypocrisy. A lot of folks thought that he was taking a shot at Oprah because here she is in this picture, which looked like to be took in the 80s, of her and this quote unquote sexual monster. And so a lot of people thinking that he was taking a shot at her. He claimed to be talking about the hypocrisy of the whole Me Too program has to go on right now. And what has been happening in the culture. So Stacey Dash also retweeted it and put some Fox-isms in it. It's like, yeah, Oprah this, Oprah that.
Definitely get the check.
Isn't she? Hold up. I thought Stacey Dash got fired. Let go. From Fox.
Who was she working for?
She was
she's
Fox.
still with Fox?
She got let go. But at this point, you really can't separate her from Fox because their thinking is a line.
And she's trying to get back
right.
on.
So she'll do anything to get the job back.
Right. Hence Seal.
She's sending in new media every hour.
Right. Hence Seal in the extra medium shirt that he had on, talking gangster about keep a name out your mouth.
Man, them eye blinks and stuff. He meant business, bruh.
I'm trying to tell you.
He meant business.
If you didn't think Seal was black,
yeah,
you know now.
Yeah, now listen. Crazy enough with this story, right? So the conspiracy theory is that, okay, you go on Oprah, you get wiped off the planet, okay? Right. You did. Right. Now,
what, Richland?
After he said this, right? But look, after he made these statements, you know what I'm saying? And he posted that picture. Guess what? He's come up on, you would never guess it, sexual investigation, like sexual harassment charges. Yes. This is recent. So now he's popped up as that. Yes, indeed. Yeah, and so this, in matter of fact, today it was reported.
What a coinkadink.
Exactly. Right. You go against Oprah, you get popped.
Right.
You got to shut the hell up. Right. Don't say nothing. Now, go ahead, Breeze.
Well, I was going to say, I don't really, subscribe to your conspiracy theories. I will say this.
But it's actually a fucking truth.
No, I'm joking. So, I will say this, right? For the longest time, that's why the Boondocks made a skit on if you want to control women, you can't have Oprah. For those that watch the Boondocks, right? So for the last 30 or so years, Oprah pretty much, ran your household.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. How much of the advice that your woman, your wife gave you that she saw on Oprah? Right?
Yeah.
So for her to wave that power, like Beyonce wish she could have as much power as Oprah has had for 30 years.
Oprah had power with my dad. I used to come home every day, he'd be watching.
Right. So all I say is that with Seal, taking shots at her, was he not? I don't know. He's probably have it now. That could be a hell of a coincidence, or it could be, some power that Oprah may or may not yield.
Another conspiracy theory, okay? But this is based on certain facts, okay? Is that, remember who he was married to? Heidi Klum, right? The model, right?
She
who just so happened to work for Harvey Weinstein's company. Now, the fact that now she probably could have heard through the grapevine about Harvey Weinstein sexually harassing women. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Because she was in cahoots with him. You dig what I'm saying? She worked for him. And he was always around. So she probably inadvertently was talking talking to Seal about it, and Seal's like, man, you gotta be broke, you kidding me? You know what I'm saying? You gotta be broke, you kidding me? And that's, you know what I'm saying? And that's how he came
That's
to that.
Australian, bro.
Oh, my fault.
but still, but you know what? You know what?
This nigga Swiss accents like a motherfucker.
Fuck it.
You know what? No, but as you say it, because with him retweeting that, he claimed the hypocrisy about certain people that knew or did not know.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm thinking, right, how do you know what they knew at the time? And you didn't say anything.
His wife.
And you didn't say anything, right? So if you gonna call somebody else out for knowing something, not saying anything, nigga, you knew too.
Man, you know how it work in the black community, man. He wasn't even look when he posted that junk, man. He probably wasn't even like thinking about it. You know what I'm saying? He was just showing it because I did that. I posted it and got called trash and all types of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because Oprah's she's a goddess. You know what I'm saying? To people.
You know what? That picture, because there's pictures of her. I seen that of her and Harvey Weinstein, her and Donald Trump, right?
Yeah.
And so a lot of people saying, well, she's a cahoots. She knew. I don't know if she did or did not. Those pictures look to be, you know, say in the 80s and early 90s. So I don't know if Oprah that I know in my head, I don't think that she would willingly and knowingly associate herself with
but you know
sexual predators or somebody who's racist.
You know what they were saying though,
right? And she's been raped herself. You know what I mean?
But you know what they were saying though. Money's fuck. I don't give a fuck about none of that, man. Money is crazy. It'll take. Listen, you know, every person in Hollywood was saying that they knew.
Mm-hmm.
Oprah is where.
Hollywood, baby.
So like, for her to act like, or for you to just, I'm not just gonna sit here and say she did.
Yeah, I'm saying, like I said, I didn't say what she did not know. Right. But if you go call someone else for knowing, you knew too. So I understand he made a, how do you call him? He called me an anonymous source. You know how anonymous sources are these days, right?
First
so
and
he could
foremost,
anonymously send an email.
Disclaimer. Oprah, do not come for my jugular vein because you some kind of goddamn vampire. Show her as silly, and then no, what is it? What was the
that was silly.
name? She wasn't. She was silly. No, silly
no,
was,
but
what's
that's
her
the
name?
movie talking about, Color Purple.
And her early days interviewing on Oprah, the Oprah Winfrey Show, and then you show her now. You know what the fuck is she doing?
No, she
Drinking
reversed age.
baby blood or something?
Yeah, she did.
Bruh, she got younger.
Right.
That's a little weird, bro.
Mm-hmm.
I think she clowned, cuz I think this is gonna be our conspiracy episode.
That's like when Gucci Man got out of jail.
I was just thinking that the other day. I seen the old pictures they was posting. I was like, she don't even look like Oprah.
Right, she got younger, bro. And don't even lie out there in TV land and say it's got that. Don't even lie to yourself and say it's makeup.
And every Hollywood person who go get some kind of makeup or some kind of surgical treatment done that they know it's out there, TMZ know, whatever. Right. I ain't never heard nothing about Oprah getting nothing done, but she magically changed somehow.
Yeah, man. Hey. We're going.
Yo, Oprah's name is in the Forbes.
Why you think Stedman ain't said shit? You ain't heard my man say a
Stedman
word.
Ain't getting no younger though. He looking regular as shit. Man, she ain't breaking off the homie nothing. She ain't giving him no bread. That man probably is a robot.
She got my man trained like a motherfucker.
Son, he's a butler, cuz. We know her and Gail together, man.
You know what?
Everybody know that.
Says it right. Even if your name is the last name on the Forbes list, you're still on the Forbes list, right?
Right.
So sticking with Hollywood, Black Panther movie, I cannot wait. I cannot wait. I'm wondering how many black folks in America are gonna take off that day that it comes out.
Oh man.
Nah, they say that's they got the highest pre-sale.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Right. So Black Panther has shattered records of pre-sale tickets.
Yeah, that
you
shit was
cannot
crazy.
say that a
shit
black
came on the phone.
movie with a black lead with a majority black audience does not make money. You can't use that excuse no more.
You can't. You can't. And what's crazy is I was at the movie theater the other day because I took my daughter to see what's the joint with Kevin Hart right now, Jumanji.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I walked past the Black Panther poster, and it looked like the opposite of what I was used to seeing, which was bunch of black people and one little white man in the middle. I was like,
it's all black, right?
No, it was like one little white dude. I don't know what his role is in the movie, but he was in that joint. I was like, yo, I'm used to seeing like the exact opposite.
Right.
Yeah.
So that was crazy, man.
There's a lot of people out there proud of that poster, man. There's a lot of people out there. I'm serious, man. People trying to steal it and take it home, bro. Like for real.
You know what? Do you know what was the first highest grossing majority African American starred movie? Believe it or not.
I'm listening.
It was Coming to America. Right.
Sure enough was.
And I'll tell you what movie broke that record. Waiting to Exhale.
Damn.
Now it look like Black Panther's gonna shatter that record.
Oh yeah, it's gonna shatter it, baby. I'm there.
You You know, so keeping it black, right? You know, that's what we do here. Oh, Rachel.
Gotta get a good review.
Rachel Dolezal. That's right, Rachel Dolezal. Miss, I just woke up one day and I'm black all of a sudden.
Dang.
Yeah, but her natural looking nice though, for real, man.
Son.
You like that?
I like her, yeah. I like her, yeah. Like as soon as I saw her, I fell in love with her, yeah.
So Rachel Dolezal, she decides that she wants to step into the, a protest H&M ring as well, and she has her own line of H&M protest hoodies, and we have a picture of that. I did a first design in response to H&M's Coolest Monkey in the Jungle T-shirt that said "Coolest Prince in the Hood" because it's hooded.
I fucks with it.
Right. The funny thing about her is she thinks she's black, right? So
she still think that?
She still thinks she's black. No,
Man, look at her tan,
She
man.
changed her name to an African name.
Boy, she do got
She
an
legally
N-word
changed her name
nose, though.
to
Yeah.
an
Her
African
nose
name, right?
round and perfect. It looks just like it looks
To
like
an
whatever.
American African.
No.
She
Her
remind me of
name
black
is
people, man.
African.
Famine.
She has an African name.
What is it, Rachel still?
Hey.
No, it's
Nah.
just like 5 names in one, right? So what's
Man,
interesting
I
about
love
this,
her,
right,
man.
is
Let her
it's
be.
funny how she called it the hood, right? Like as if all black was from the hood.
Right.
So it's funny how she thinks she's black, changed her name to an
Bruh.
African name, but she uses the word hood because it's hood.
But she explained
Bruh.
it in her tweet though, what she meant by that hood.
Even if we from the goddamn suburbs, we from the hood, bro.
Right.
Yeah,
You don't know that? That's just black lingo,
Nah,
cuz.
because
It's just the neighborhood.
Would you be
Don't take it so
doing
damn
all
serious.
that extra talking about this shit if it actually was a black person who put that shit up there?
Man, she black to me.
No.
Hey, put that picture back up. She's
I
black.
admit I'm hypocrite. I could
Love
look at
her.
because no way
Look at
because
that.
him saying that is it's
Got
like
them psychotic
it's like,
eyes.
it's a term of endearment, right?
Yeah, right.
You know, it's funny because she's from Washington State, which
Look
not
like
that
she
many
ready
blacks
to steal
anyway.
your
So
melanin.
it's funny that she would use,
At any moment.
you know,
See-
why did I say shirt? You know, why not say something? Why not just say the coolest prince?
Right.
Leave it at that.
Right.
You know,
But
Right.
what's
Right.
wrong with
Right.
the
Right.
hood, though?
What's wrong with the hood, though? I like that.
no, there's nothing wrong with
Because
the hood.
literally and
If,
figuratively speaking, yay.
nothing's wrong with in the hood.
It's just
if
the neighborhood.
She was black, you know, or Latino.
She feels like she black though.
Man, I love her. I love her.
Hey man, listen. At this point, black people need all the help
All the
get.
allies we can
So
get.
let her come on this side. As long as she gonna speak for us, she feel like she one of us. Yeah.
All she gotta do- Hey, look,
The racial draft
If
between
I
them.
find out Rachel Dolezal could cook chitlins better than my mama,
Right. It's a wrap.
I'm marrying the fuck out of her.
And you saying she
hear me?
black? She black all day.
Right. So that brings us to the conclusion of another world famous live from the corner show. We definitely thank B. Jones the Giant.
Yeah. Make sure y'all go follow me on Instagram at B Jones the Giant, BJONESTHEGIANT for those who can't spell. And look out for that EP coming this summer, man.
What's the name of it?
Never Say Die.
Never Say Die.
That's what's up, man. Hey, listen. So we're gonna shout out one more Heisenbuds. You know, like Heisenberg, Heisenbuds, and that's Clark Cobain. You can hit him up at 704-208-6433 for your premier flowers and edibles. And I'm AI, and you can find me at AI McDowell Ferguson on Facebook, and you can hit me up at Red Nose 1999 on IG and Red Nose 199 on Twitter. And the Red Nose stands for the pit bull, not the goddamn clown. We live from the corner. We out here.
And of course, this is Breezy Taylor. You can find me on Instagram and Twitter at the Breezy Taylor. That's BREAZY. You can find me on Facebook at breezy.taylor.5. Also, shout out to Listen Vision. Every Tuesday starting today, we have the Tasty Tuesdays, which starts from 12 to 10. So come on here every Tuesday. And if you can't make it on Tuesdays, you can come here on Fridays for Fire Fridays, where you can get your medicinal edibles, medicinal hot chocolate, whatever you want. They got
I was amazed when I walked in.
2622 Georgia Ave.
For real.
Northwest, Washington, D.C.
I know, right?
We out of here.